Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. This is our 595th video, baby. Yeah. This video is being filmed on Thursday night for trading Friday, June 11th, 2010. But traders, let's revert back to yesterday. What'd you think about that swing day call? Was that an upside down call or what? Whoa, I can't wait to get back on my feet. You know what, traders? I'm back on my feet right now, and I think we got something here because the Omni is flip-flopping. Red, green, red, green, green, red. The Omni has been flip-flopping lately. And traders, I can say this. The Omni flip-flopping is associated with only two things. One, a directional change has begun and is coming our way and will continue. Or the flip-flopping will usually happen right before a huge move continuation in the same direction we've been in. But frankly, most of the time, the flip-flopping is associated with a directional change. So who knows? I can say this. The transportation average, deemed the leader of U.S. indices, got right back above the 200 bar moving average today on Thursday, and the Omni flipped right back to a buy. What makes it interesting is Omni does not use the 200 bar moving average in its calculations. It knows nothing about it. So the S&P is below the 200. Omni wants to sell it, gets back above the 200, or I should say the transportation average, gets back above the 200, and Omni wants to buy, but Omni does not calculate the 200 in its decisions. So very interesting that the flip-flopping on the Omni coincides with the way the transportation average got right back above the 200 bar moving average. So maybe, just maybe, this market has found some legs. That's what the flip-flop usually associates itself with. I have some charts of the transportation average, which I'll show you in a moment. Traders, what else do we have on the board today? Soybeans has multiple head and shoulders formations. Multiple head and shoulders formations in the soybeans. But before we get to that, I have to tell you this. Traders, futures trading is risky and can result in substantial financial loss. Futures trading is not deemed for every trading account. If you do not have risk capital, do not play this game. It's a risky one. For those who have risk capital, a flip-flopping Omni with a green Omni for Friday, expecting some upside, and soybeans with multiple head and shoulders, and I'd like to show that to you. Traders, make sure you come on down to our site. It's www.livewithoscar.com. Jump into the free chat rooms. I plan on holding a lesson on Friday. Make sure you're there for that lesson, Mike, and make sure we're set up for a lesson for Friday, okay?
Sure.
All right, so traders, now that I mentioned Omni flip-flopping, right? The Dow Jones Transportation Average back above the 200 bar moving average, and the soybeans have multiple head and shoulders. I think there's nothing else to do but show you some charts. So let's go look at a couple of charts. Okay, traders, the first chart we are looking at this evening is the Dow Jones Transportation Average Daily Bar Chart with the 200 bar moving average. Traders, we were below it just yesterday with a swing day, and the swing day did nothing. It went the wrong way. But hey, swing days don't always work. Not 100% of the times. Every now and then it's going to go the wrong way. We were stopped out on that swing day trade. However, look at what the market did. It got way above the swing day, settled all the way up by its highs. Very nice turnaround, but most importantly, it is back above and well above the 200 bar moving average. That is another bullish look. Bearish yesterday, bullish today, Omni flip-flopping. Again, the flip-flop is usually associated with a directional turn, and if this market is going to gain legs, right here at the 200 bar moving average is exactly where that should take place. So hey, I'm going with the flip-flop. I will follow the Omni until the cows come home. That flip-flop tells me I want to be a buyer of dips on Friday. It told me to be a seller on Thursday, which didn't work, but in most cases, Omni does work. So I'm going with the Omni. The one thing that we need to get above now, traders, if we get above this hurdle right here when you connect these highs, If we can get above that hurdle, we'll have a nice breakout. But let's see what's going to happen. That might become the resistance. We'll see. For now, Omni pointing up. And let me show you one of the reasons why. Not only, of course, are we above the 200 bar moving average, but wait until you see the indicators. Let's look at those. Okay, traders, staying with the Dow Jones Transportation Average, deemed the leader of U.S. indices, we have the Commodity Channel Index, or the CCI indicator, pointing straight up. If you look slightly lower, we have the Momentum indicator pointing straight up. If you look at slow stochastics, pointing straight up with a double-legged bottom. And traders, I pulled about 12 indicators, and every single one turned towards the upside as of Thursday's close. So indicators quite bullish for the leader, the transportation average, and the formation now appears to be bullish. So again, we follow the Omni flip-flop now towards the upside, and we will see what we get. So that is what the leader looks like if you pull the S&P chart and the NASDAQ chart and the Russell chart, the DAX chart and the FTSE chart. They all now have bullish indicators and they're all pointing up. So hey, we'll follow it. We'll see what happens. Traders, remember, we are day traders. Day traders can be bearish one day, bullish the next, and go back to bearish the day after, because that's the nature of the game. We follow the markets as they move around. Take a look at the transportation average, however, for a green Omni for the upside on Friday. Now let's go look at the soybeans. Okay, traders, we're looking at the July contract. This is the soybeans daily bar chart. And what we're noticing here are multiple head and shoulders formations building. Huge head and shoulders here. Now a second one here. Traders, when you see multiple head and shoulders building, it almost always means the market is heading lower. It is building steam for the downside because the head and shoulders of its own is a bearish formation. When you start to double up on them, it becomes more bearish. It becomes a sell signal. So it looks like the beans at some point will take out this head and shoulders and break down towards the downside. So we are trying to maintain our sell the rallies posture in beans so that we can be short when the break comes. Traders, pull your own charts, do your own homework. Look for the multiple head and shoulders in the soybeans. Certainly look for the transportation average and its bullish signals or its buy signals for Friday. Compare it to the S&P and the NASDAQ and see if you can come up with a bull strategy for Friday. So, traders, there it is. There's the technical argument. You see what the leader is doing. It is starting to pull forward. It has held the 200 bar moving average. The Omni flip-flop back to the green side. I think we got something good going on here. The scary thing is this. Fridays lately have been down days, right? Mondays have been up days, Fridays have been down days, but you can't really count on something like that. You have to go with the analysis. You have to go with the formations. You have to go with the indicators. You can't bet on, oh, last Friday was down, this one will be too. That is not what a professional trader does. So make sure you act like a professional and take a look at your indicators, take a look at your formations, take a look at your averages and see what you think, especially with the leader, the Dow Jones Transportation Average. Then lead yourself into the S&P and see what you'd want to do there. That's the way I would call the analysis for you this evening, and that's what I would tell you to do to call your own. Remember, the Omni is flip-flopping, telltale sign of one of two things. Big directional change, and that is most likely, or we're about to see another huge leg on the downside. But hey, I'd love to be cheering for the upside, so let's start with that for now, and we'll see what happens. Now, traders, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of flack because it appears there are a lot of day traders out there that do not recognize that you're supposed to be bullish and then bearish and then bullish and then bearish if you want to stay with the market's momentum. So I'm sure I'm going to get my letters and my hate mail and all the bad comments because now I'm bullish again, but I'm bullish for a day. I'm a day trader. So for you traders who are out there, take it easy a little bit. You know what I mean, guys? We got to follow these markets. I don't control them. There's no need to get mad at me when the Omni flips. The Omni is the Omni. I'm here to report it to you. So just join forces, do your homework, and don't fight it. Let's see what's going to come. All right, traders, I don't know if there's much else I want to do in this video. Remember the soybeans with the multiple head and shoulders? You could get a pullback, or you should get a pullback at some point, breaking down from those head and shoulders. And I have no choice but to follow the leaders because I trade the follower. That is the S&P. The leader is the transportation average, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. And they're pointing up right now. So if they're pointing up, up we go, right? Let's see if that pans out. Remember this, no matter what happens, a stop is your best friend. You will have a stop in. It'll knock you out of a trade if you're wrong. Do not ever trade without stops. I kid you not. They are your best friend in this business. No one stands over your shoulder and goes, hey, you have to get out. No one can do that like a stop can do that for you. So make sure your stops are in. All right, traders, if you'd like, give me a call anytime day or night, 702-629-4755. Don't forget, come on down to the chat rooms and allow me to give you a lesson because I have one planned for Friday. And unless some technological error takes place, we'll have a class together on Friday. So be there at the Omni Trading Academy. All right, traders, don't forget, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Always remember, futures trading is risky and can absolutely result in substantial financial loss. Traders, trading futures is not for everybody. It's not suitable for every trading account. And as always, past performance is not indicative of future results.